Thank you for watching my American History Notes, where I discuss my conclusions I've drawn from studying American history. You may not agree with my conclusions, any of them or some of them, but you should at least know about the events and people and concepts that I discuss. So we're still talking about the American Revolution. We will be for a few times here. Going to continue from yesterday. Speaking before the Virginia Assembly, the House of Burgesses at St. John's Church in Richmond, Virginia, on March 23rd, 1775. Patrick Henry gave this speech after listening to people who were leaning toward a less warlike approach to their problems. And he goes on. It's a very good speech. You can get it free online. It's a very important speech in our history. I'm going to read the last paragraph. It is in vain, sir, to extenuate the matter. Gentlemen may cry, peace, peace, but there is no peace. The war has actually begun. The next gale that sweeps from the north will bring to our ears the clash of resounding arms. Our brethren are already in the field. Why stand we here idle? What is it that gentlemen wish? What would they have? Is life so dear or peace so sweet as to be purchased at the price of chains and slavery? Forbid it, Almighty God. I know not what course others may take, but as for me, give me liberty or give me death. On April 18, 1775, General Gage, governor of Massachusetts, sent 700 men from Boston to take the arms and ammunition that had been gathered at Concord, Massachusetts, forewarned by the quote, midnight ride of Paul Revere, William Dawes, and Dr. Samuel Prescott. Minute companies of militia called Minute Men, ready to fight on a minute's notice, began gathering. The British advance guard under Major John Pitcairn met Captain John Parker's company of 70 men assembled on Lexington Common. The quote, shot heard round the world brought British volleys. The Americans scattered, leaving 8 dead and 10 wounded. Proceeding to Concord, the British found most of the supplies removed, but they destroyed what remained. Harassed all the way back to Boston by swarms of militiamen, British losses were 73 killed, 174 wounded, and 26 missing. In all, 93 Americans were killed, wounded, or missing. And you should read Henry Wadsworth Longfellow's poem, Paul Revere's Ride. Begins, listen, my children, and you shall hear of the midnight ride of Paul Revere on the 18th of April in 75. Hardly a man is now alive who remembers that famous day and year. And it goes on. There's a lot of phrases that we were always taught in school that probably aren't taught anymore. You're really missing out. I just, you should go and find that that poem, and it talks about the old battle, the retreat to Boston, and everything. So there's also the Concord Hymn by Ralph Waldo Emerson. I recommend you find that. It's free online. Read it, um, and just read those poems that are really classics in American history. So now, the Massachusetts Provincial Congress authorized the raising of 13,600 militia with General Artemus Ward to command. Rhode Island, Connecticut, and New Hampshire sent troops so that Boston was besieged by 15,000 colonists under arms. Colonel Benedict Arnold was authorized to attack Fort Ticonderoga on Lake Champlain, but Colonel Ethan Allen of Vermont with his Green Mountain Boys, refusing to accept Arnold's command, captured the post by surprise on May 10, 1775. Arnold accompanied the expedition. Crown Point was captured on May 12th. The first successful anti colonial war in modern history had begun, and we will continue talking about it next time. Thank you. I hope you'll study American history.